Just
And Wendy.
and Wendy dropping your knowledge.
All you gotta do is be honest.
That's it, right? I mean, all right. Hey, Chad and Amy. See you guys. The Hopeaholics. I see them.
Hopeaholic.
Yeah, we're the second one in the square.
Oh.
It's us. So, Patrick Belk, what's up, my man? Zoom user.
Joelle.
Oh, that's your mom?
My mom.
Oh, and your dad. I see your dad. I only
Yeah.
see his hand, though.
Make sure you give my dad a shout because
Oh,
Lord knows he'll be upset about it.
Vaughn Lewis, looks like you're having something good to drink right there. A little orange juice or something.
That vitamin C.
Valentina. Is that really Valentina right there? Wave if your name is Valentina. Hi, Valentina.
Oh, my mom says she doesn't know how to change her name. I don't know, Mom, either.
Yeah. I'd have to. Maybe
to
Julian.
chat
Maybe Julian knows how, and he can put it in the chat for us. What's going on, Julian? It's so funny. Sometimes like weird stuff happens on the Zoom because like there's a guy, Brett, and then right below Brett is Elizabeth Square, but like there's a fan going right below, and it kind of looks like I don't know. It looks like something's coming out of Brett's jacket pocket or something.
What?
I don't know, dude. It's
Oh,
just
Matt's wearing them.
I see Crystal G, Mama G, chilling. Mona, how are you doing, Mona? Jesse, as usual, looking studly there. Allie, how you doing?
Allie.
Who else we got? Let's check out this page 2. Joel, my man, Joel, bro. Hope you're enjoying everything you're doing. I check out your Instagram page.
Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Rachel Vaughn.
Mm.
Oh, you're in San Diego right now? Nice.
Who?
Joel,
You're so close to us.
drive up. Drive up. You are literally 1 hour away. I see Kelly,
Von. Julian.
Melissa. Let's get this party started, man.
Let's do it.
Because I could sit here and just go through everybody's name.
Yeah.
And they probably
Chatty. Chad.
over it.
Chatty.
I do want to say I see Chuck Zamzow's cool Halloween October festive post there. He said, come get me. He doesn't have a car. Oh, dang. We'll send one down for you.
You should have let us know.
How long are you going to be in San Diego, Joel? All right, guys, let's get this party started. As usual, the Hopeaholics podcast was started after I lost my son-in-law to fentanyl poisoning, is what we call it around here. My 21-year-old daughter, she was 21 at the time. She's now 24. Found the love of her life dead from fentanyl, from this disease, He wasn't a saint. He struggled like the rest of us struggle. But I will say it was a fake Percocet. It was fentanyl that looked like Percocet, and it had too much. And he took his dose and never woke up. So it kind of spawned in me a new fire for not just recovery, but to like offer hope to people that are out there struggling, because like I know what it's like to struggle. Yeah. I know what it's like to feel completely hopeless, helpless, and not knowing the way out. Even when it's crazy, because even though I had been in recovery before, my last run, I didn't think that there was any way I was going to make it back to the rooms. Yeah. And I often say, and I used to hear it in Narcotics Anonymous, man. They would say, some of us have to die so others can live. I hope that all of you that are on this meeting tonight, I see 57 people logged in right now currently, and there's probably a bunch of other people watching it on YouTube. But what I want to say is, like, Justin gave up his seat so y'all don't have to go back out and do this research, man. And the rest of us, we're here, and recovery is real, and recovery exists, and you too can, find a new way to live.
Yeah. I didn't know that was possible, actually.
Right?
Yeah. It was not something I thought the life I was living was life.
Yeah.
And it was such a fog when I got here into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. I would hear people say, I got my life back. I've been using and drinking since
I had never even had a life.
I didn't have a life. I thought the life was to drink and to use and to avoid. Like, even down to when I was young, I would do the feigning game with my friends. And I upgraded to the using and stepped away from that. And even eating at a young age, at age 8, I gained a lot of weight because food was my friend, and so was the TV. That's what took care of me. My mom was a single mom. I was a latchkey kid. I had that feeling of abandonment, not accepted, but hanging out with my friends is where it was at for me. And as we got older, they started, smoking, drinking, straight West Coasting, all the good stuff. And I didn't want to be like my dad. My dad even allowed me to drink. And to be honest, really, my first drink is apparently when I was a child, an infant. My dad said that they would do the thimble of tequila in the bottle. They would put it on my teeth or on the gums because that's,
Yeah, that was the thing.
That was the thing. Yeah. And so as I got older, my dad was just always drunk all the time. And I actually liked when he drank because then he would give me affection. Because my parents weren't affectionate. They were hard workers. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom was a workaholic. She always had like 2 or 3 jobs. My dad always had 2 jobs. And when I would go with him, he was a season ticket holder to the Bruin games. So we were doing that when it was football season. And if not, we were always at some sports bar, hung out in sports bars. And I was like, I don't want to be like my dad. And so in high school, I did a lot of drugs. That was my thing. I loved doing acid, smoking weed. Mickey's was my thing. Like when I drank, it was
the big mouse.
Yeah. It was that bumblebee. I just wanted it. I loved the 6-pack too. And I did that. And as I got older, I was introduced to, crystal meth. And I ended up going on an 8-month binge on that. And it's what got me into the rooms, actually, at first. I got here on a court card, and it put a bad taste in my mouth right away because I was younger. I was much lighter, but still cute. And I got hit on a lot. And I even went to San Francisco because my sister lived there, and I wanted to get sober up there. And even guys there, this guy wanted to start a whole life. And I was like, we're just going to a convention. What's happening? Like, he kept wanting to take me out. And I'm like, no, you're too old. I can't do this. Like, but I didn't know what I was doing. And so I did not listen. I found out that I convinced myself that I was an addict. I still wasn't like, oh, I'm an alcoholic. I wasn't buying into that. And I just didn't want to be a part of it. And then, when I got arrested, I had met the guy and we were together. We got married. And I think that's where I really got disconnected from life itself. I had miscarried 3 times in that marriage. And so, of course, I'm like, I can't have kids. What is my purpose? That's all I wanted was the house, to be a wife, to have the kids, get a job. And that didn't happen. And I got selfish. I lost a lot of weight. And then because I didn't want to be like my dad, I ended up turning out to be like my dad. So I was out the gate at 28 and I was hitting the bars like I've never hit a bar before because my first husband wouldn't let me go anywhere. We were always just stoned out of our minds. Like that entire marriage, we were higher than high. our honeymoon we spent in Maui, we were lit the entire time. But drinking wasn't like the thing. And so when I was, walked away from that marriage and went straight to the bars, I walked right into another relationship because don't you know me? I can't be alone and everybody wants me and I'm just so special. I'm so unique. And I got into an abusive relationship and then he was like, we got to get sober. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. We started saving money. We saved like $4,000 in like a short period of time. He's like, we got to move in together. Let's go to church. And we start going to church. But I was getting abused the whole time. Mm-hmm. And I was just staying it. Like I deserved this because I left my first marriage. So it was like, I just kept drinking and kept doing all these things. And I finally got out of it. I had fought back one time and it just was so bad that I couldn't stay. And then fast forward to my second husband, who blessed me with 2 children. Well, actually, let me take that back. God blessed me with 2 beautiful children. And that wasn't even enough. I kept drinking. I did smoke at the end with my daughter. I had my son first at 35, and I had my daughter at 37. And I was smoking a little bit towards the end. And then I did the breastfeeding, but I only lasted 6 months, and I was like off to the races. And in between that time, from that abusive relationship to my husband, I had lost my mom. And so I had like checked out for a very long time, and I never really processed anything. I just was living life as it came. And then after I had my babies, my husband introduced me to cocaine. And because I do drugs and alcohol, I do everything alcoholically. I liked to powder my nose probably more than I drank. But then I just went years with doing this and just trying to wear all the fucking hats. I was the mom. I had the 3 jobs like my mom did. I liked to be the dominant one. I'm the one with the power. I'm the nurse. I do everything. And the entire time I felt like dying. I did not want to live the entire time. I don't remember a moment, not even from the age of 5, being really like fully happy. Like there was like these moments and experiences where I was like, joy came, having my kids. I had joy in those moments. Like that is one of the most beautiful experiences of having children, but it was short-lived. Everything was so short-lived, and I couldn't find whatever I was looking for. And I did grow up in the Catholic Church. I had a faith. I had a relationship. But every conversation I had with a God of my understanding was I needed something. Get me home. Get me here. Let me have this. And please, can you give me this? Help. I hope I graduate or whatever it was. I was always wanting something, not willing to give anything. And, getting into the rooms was because my husband threatened me. He told me, that I could take the kids from you. Even though we were drinking and doing what we were doing together, he was like, I could take the kids from you. You need to stop this shit. And I was like, you're going to tell me what to do. I'm going to show you who's the better parent. Don't you know who I am? I am the better parent. But I also knew that he had rights because he has 3 older children, and he did get custody of those kids at one point. And so I know what he was capable of, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not going to have you threaten me. And so I ended up going to Kaiser IOP, and that's where I kind of met this gentleman who I feel like was my Eskimo. I just talked about him last night. I got to relive a moment meeting him. So I was in Kaiser for like 2 rounds of like the outpatient, and I was really scared because I felt that feeling of wanting to use and to do all the stuff. And I was scared. And this guy came in one day and he was like, I want to share. And I was like, okay, what is he going to share? Because he's always talking all the time. And he was like, I don't know what to do. I have a friend who overdosed. I have a friend that's at the bar right now with 2 girls. I want to use so bad. I just lost my friend. He overdosed. I don't know what to do with my other friend, and I don't want to go to the bar. And I just like raised my hand and made it about myself. And I was like, so what you're telling me is I need to go into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous to make friends, and then people are going to be dying? Like, I'm worried about losing my kids, my family, and apparently I don't want to die anymore because, look, I'm here right now. And so I just made it about myself. And as I'm saying these things, I realized what a fucking asshole I am. How dare I? This man just said he lost his friend. And so I got up at our break and I went up to him and I was like, I am so sorry. And he was like, oh my God. He grabbed me, he hugged me, and he was like, if someone hasn't told you today, I love you. He was like, thank you for being so vulnerable and so raw. And I was like, what is happening right now? He was so friendly to me and so loving and caring. And I was such a jerk. And I was like, I'm so sorry for being a jerk. He was like, no. He was like, don't be sorry. It's just what it's how you feel about it. It's you're processing something. Like, he was like, you need to come to a meeting with me. You know, I'm going to share. And he like told me this day he was going to go share. And I went to that meeting. I ended up with a commitment. And then I was like, this is too much for me. I think maybe I should try a women's meeting. And then I walked into the women's meeting and I was just like, this isn't for me. Like, these bitches don't know me. I don't know them. They're not going to understand me because apparently we like to come in like we're unique or something. And so I was in the corner and people were telling me hi. And I was like, oh my God. And I left that meeting and I went to the car. I called my husband and I was crying. And I mean crying. And he was like, what's wrong with you? I thought these meetings were supposed to help you. Every time I see you or talk to you, you're crying because something's happened. And I was like, I am an alcoholic. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm all, these women shared and I did like 6 of the things that they were talking about. And he was like, oh my God. He was just like, is this helping you or it's not helping you? I was like, I just want to come back because I want to hear more. It was the attraction. Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe that the woman that was leading, she calls it community service, but she did that. And she has been 30 years sober, and I could not believe what she was saying. And she was homeless in sobriety. She had just gotten a new place, and she got, custody of her grandchildren. Like, I really was like, not this little lady. Like, I couldn't believe the things that she shared. It blew my mind, and it made me want to keep coming back because she said, I assure you this program will work. And it has. My sobriety date is 11/13/22. I have pretty much 2 important dates to me, and that is one of the dates that's very important to me, and today, because I do prefer to stay in today. I don't think about yesterday. I can't think about tomorrow. All I have is today. And, I got a sponsor who was a part of a big sponsor family who has a sponsor. Wendy is one of my tias, one of my aunties. And I do step work. And I recently this year have been graced to start walking 2 beautiful women through the steps. It's a whole new world. When I hear people talk about when they start sponsoring, like what that does to someone in sobriety, giving it away, because something was so freely given to me, I get to give it back. And I can hear myself talking like my sponsor, and I'm like, what is happening? Because when she's making suggestions to me, I don't want to listen half of the time because I'm like, I know better. But I know that my will doesn't serve me at all. And I love being in the sunlight of the spirit. I have a connection with my higher power, and how I start my morning is I give God my morning and he gives me the day. And I do check in often during the day because I will quickly take my will back. And I have self-awareness today. And something Wendy's always told me, it's stuck with me when I met her. You can't unknow what you know. You can't unsee what you see. And so whether you relapse and you come back, like, you don't lose that knowledge. You don't, it doesn't happen that way. And I practice humility often because I am aware that I'm carrying something and it sits with me and you start stewing in it. And you guys had somebody on here, my friend Diva, who is very dear to me. I feel like all the people I've been introduced was by the grace of God. Without him, for me, my higher power, I would not have the job I have today. I got my job that I have today is because of Diva. But not only did I have the job I have today, first year sobriety, I was living with my sister and I needed to move. I was like, I want to get a new place. You know, I don't want to live here with my sister. It's been too much. We're in like this one bedroom with 2 kids and my husband. And we got to move into a new place. She called like 6 or 7 people. They all showed up. My house, they moved everything in. By 7:30, I'm like in my house and I was like tripping out. And like 10 o'clock at night, I'm like looking at the ceiling fan's going. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And my husband's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know. I don't feel like happy, but I'm not like sad or mad. I just feel really weird. And so I was like, damn, it's too late. I can't call my sponsor. I need to know why I'm feeling so uncomfortable. And so then I called Diva and I was like, Diva, I don't know what the hell is going on. And I explained to her how I'm feeling. And I said, I just feel weird. She's like, oh, honey, that's peace and serenity. And you don't know what that's like. So more will be revealed. So keep coming back. She was like, you're just used to drama and chaos and you're not used to this peaceful place. And, you know, peace and serenity is not being too high, but not being too low. You're like right in the middle. And she's like, and you're not used to it. And it's making you uncomfortable. And it is because prior to that, the year before when I was moving out of the house we were in, me and my husband drank and did an 8-ball. So all this was new territory. I had no idea that I can actually feel this good. And the more I'm staying, taking that first year, like I was on a high the entire time. I felt, and I still feel, I don't want to cry. I still have that peace in me and I want to keep it. I want to hold on to it. And in sobriety, I've lost a very close friend who was my trudging buddy. She passed away sober, natural causes. It devastated me to where I was running on full fear that I was willing to walk away from AA because I don't want to feel that love and it just is gone. But I began to realize because I have self-awareness that none of us have control of what happens. Things are going to happen and life happens. It's how we walk through it. And I've been able to meet women and men who've lost and showed me how to walk through that. And that was in August 27th. And I had a difficult road getting through that. And then fast forward to now, I had to make the decision that I had to ask my husband to leave. It's just not working. I told him this is the last time we are going to try to work this out. If it doesn't work, I need you to leave me alone. But in this process, I'm realizing I have to leave him alone. I have to consciously think about what I'm doing. It's not that God doesn't want this for me. I feel like I asked God to show me, and he revealed himself. God revealed himself to me, and I just feel like he just wants me to get closer to him. I feel like I've been still living in a fog in sobriety because I've been so consumed with, loving on my husband, which, for my husband, his view on things are different. Sobriety is something I work on daily. I have commitments. I'm on committees. I have a retreat coming up next week that I'm going, I'm the raffles chair. And then I'm the chair for another committee that's coming in May. And I really love AA. And I mean, to be of service fills my soul. I love being a vessel for my higher power because when I went on my first retreat, I wanted to give other women that same feeling that I got when I went to that retreat. And I am fully committed to AA. I owe my life to AA. I'm so grateful for my God. And I feel a little bit alone, but I'm not. Because even when I can call another alcoholic, I'm still not alone. I get to ride in my car and I get to pray to my God. And I ask him to remove me from the bondage of self, because I can start feeling sorry for myself and I'll go right back to where I was before. I can see the prelapse before the relapse. And on the way here, I was telling Wendy, I really want to drink. I really want to use. But that is just my disease trying to convince me of something that is not real. I don't have to choose that today. I can walk through these feelings because it just feels like waves. Because all of a sudden when I start praying, I'm fine. And then something happens and then that feeling comes back. But then I get to pray again. I get to do the serenity prayer. I have not said the serenity prayer so much in my life in the last 4 days like I have ever. Like, it has a whole new meaning for me. And it's really saving me today. And being here is saving me. And I'm really grateful that I even had the chance to be here today. And I'm very grateful for you, Wendy. Thank you for asking me. Thank you for having me here today. And for those who are struggling, get to work. I assure you it will work if you work it. And you know what? Never stop giving up on hope and faith, because that is really where it's at. Just stay connected one day at a time. That's all we have. Thank you.
Thank you.
I loved it. I got chills.
So good. Really good.
Yeah.
So much I could unpack with what you said, but it's like, I can start with like the beginning of your story. And when you said that, like, basically we're talking about the fact that, prior to the rooms, you didn't really have a life. And I didn't even know what, I wasn't functional in any way, shape or form. I did find the rooms, at a pretty young age. Although I haven't been, consistently in the rooms, but, I didn't know that. I mean, I got addicted to crystal meth when I was 13, and I found the rooms for the first time at 22, and the rooms taught me how to live life for the very first time.
Yeah.
So like you said, I owe my life to Alcoholics Anonymous. I owe my life to Narcotics Anonymous.
Yeah.
Because the men inside of Narcotics Anonymous, when I was 22 years old, they taught me how to go on a job interview. They taught me how to be employable.
That right there. Yes. The job that I got, never in my life would I have gone in front of 6 people and let you interview me.
Yeah.
I would have got up and walked out because I was suffering from severe anxiety.
Yeah.
And I got sober. And it's very far few in between when I have an anxiety attack.
It's beautiful.
I never knew life could feel so great.
It's like I say a lot, and you hear in the rooms a lot. I'm living a life beyond my wildest dreams, but like I'm living a life beyond anything I ever imagined, because I didn't know. Like, my dreams they've changed, and what I live today, I never imagined that this is what my life would be.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for it all. I'm so grateful for the steps. I'm so grateful that the program is still here and it's still available for me, whenever and wherever I need it.
Yeah.
In any freaking language.
Yes.
Like, we could go to Spain today and walk into a room of Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous, and even though I won't be able to understand what they're saying, but we can walk in there and they will know exactly how I have felt, and they will give me a hug, and they'll tell me welcome.
Yes.
You know, it's the most amazing program in the world to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know that there's many ways for people to recover. It's just around here, around the Hopeaholics. You know, Natalie and I, we recover through the 12 steps. So
That's right.
that's kind of our deal. You know, because I think Alcoholics Anonymous got it right a long time ago. You know, they're still doing all these studies on our brains to try to figure out what's wrong with us. Well, what's wrong with us is that we had a God-sized hole in our chest,
Yeah.
and we were super sensitive, and we tried to stuff everything and anything and anybody into that hole that only God fits in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they told us we have a spiritual malady. Well, when I started feeling that void with the spirit with spirituality, all of that stuff that I wanted to put in there started to fade away.
Yeah.
Because you said something about, you know, you found peace and serenity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. And I, you know, so not only did I ask my husband to leave, my son's girlfriend had been living with us, and she'd been living with us since April or May, and her and my son, my stepson, got into it, and things were said, stuff happened, the cops were called, and I had to let her know that I do apologize. She said it was apologetic, you know, very sorry for her actions. But I told her our kids' worlds just got flipped upside down, and I am trying to create peace in this house. And she's like, I'm sorry, I disrupted your safe space. And I said, I understand. I said, but we all have consequences for our actions.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, love, but you're not willing to go seek help. I'm going to have to ask you to pack your bags and leave. And I said, I don't want you to feel disregarded. You help here so much. You were buying food, you were cleaning, it's going to be very difficult with you not here. But I am now in fear that I allow you to watch my kids, and you did what you did. I no longer feel like I can trust that. And for my kids that need a lot of structure right now, I do apologize, but you're going to have to go. And I felt really bad, but I don't have the mental capacity right now to help her. I asked to take her to charter, and she's declined. And I said, you're just going to have to figure things out. This is your experience, and you're going to have to figure that out. And I told her that I was sorry, and she just told me thank you, and she cried and she walked away. But I need that in my home. I'm working too hard today to stay sober. I just want to live life on life's terms. I want to be able to walk through shit and be able to stay sober in it and learn something. I want to remain teachable. I want to learn the lessons that need to be taught, because every experience is going to help whoever else I come across because of it.
For sure.
And so, yeah, I'm beyond grateful for the life I have today. I feel richer than I have ever felt before, and the idea of wanting to not have this life that I've been gifted, it just blows my mind. And that's when I replay, when I have that serenity prayer that I've been doing every time when I'm having that fleeting thought of using or drinking. I remember where I was. And if I go out, I'm never coming back. I don't know how to just have one of anything. Just like I can't even have like one donut. It's the same thing. Like right now, I'm cleaning house, and I am very concerned about my health. I'm only getting older. I'm 45, so, you know, my kids are so young and I can't keep up with them. They're 10 and 8. So, you know, I just got to do better and be better. And I try to do that every day to the best of my ability.
I want to say God's probably cleaning house. I want because when you've been saying what you were saying and your husband and everything, and I have this prayer that I pray, man, and it's one of the most powerful prayers. It's a scary prayer for a lot of people. It even scares me sometimes because you know, when you pray this prayer and you mean it, it happens, right? Like I often ask God to remove the people from my life that shouldn't be there. And I ask him, I also
asked.
I also ask for the second part to please bring the people in. Cuz I don't want, you know, I want him to also
That's beautiful.
I want him to remove the people that shouldn't be in my life and bring the people that should be, that are going to benefit me, and more importantly, benefit him, because the work that I try to do is all in God's glory today.
Yes.
You know? And
Yes.
it's a like a scary prayer, but I mean, not really.
But
Because I don't want, it is because of us addicts, or just people in general, man. We don't want to maybe lose somebody that that we hold so dear, but what if they're just not good for you
yeah, and that's the thing.
and unhealthy for you?
Asking her to leave, like the selfish old me would have been like, she cleans,
Right.
she brings food, she watches the kids.
Yeah, so you'll push aside your peace, your serenity for these things. And we don't have to do that today in recovery, man. You know, and that's really like what the third step is all about, right? The third step is us turning our will and our life over to the care of God as we understood him, and putting full trust that he knows better than we do. You know, it's that's a beautiful step to me.
Yes.
Like a really beautiful step.
And my life is unmanageable. And I want him to have all the care for me, because there's this painting I saw, and I always talk to my sponsees about it. So I've seen this painting before, and it's a picture of a man on one side of the door, and there's a door handle. And then God's on the other side of the door with no handle. You have to open the door.
Yeah.
How can he be there if you're not going to let him in? You have to be willing.
Yep.
For sure.
And so
I mean, that's the how of the program: honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. With these, we are well on our way. That's what it says in the readings of Narcotics Anonymous. Honesty, willingness is huge. Let's open this bad boy up for some peeps.
Kelly.
I see Kelly.
Hey guys, how y'all
Hi.
doing tonight?
Good.
Hi, Kelly.
And I'm sorry, dear, I forgot your name. What was it? No, I pulled a Natalie and Chad now.
Oh, don't put us into it.
Sabrina. Her name's Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
Okay, Sabrina. Thank you for sharing, love. It was a very, very powerful share. I related on so many topics. I was in the military. Have trauma and stuff. My drinking started kind of early on with my dad. To ease my nerves for hunting, as he says. You know, third grade I got my rifle, so
Wow.
that was my first sip of beer. Every season going hunting, so first that was how it kind of started. And then in the army, well, it's all you do is drink, pretty much. So then assaults happen and stuff, trauma happened in the military. Dealt with that. Graduated to cocaine. Tried meth once by accident. Didn't know that it was meth. Found out later because it burnt really bad, and that's not the way coke feels. So realized that it was meth, and then never did that again. I was pretty much drinking like almost 2 cases of beer, downing 2 bottles of wine and a bottle of Jack, and mixing that with the coke, and then smoking weed to bring it down. At the end of the night, just rinse, repeat, going on benders, weeks at a time. Hygiene was, I was deteriorating. I was 88 pounds. I'm a small framed girl already. I'm like, now I'm, I think 100 and like, I've been working out, so I'm like 122 pounds now. Okay, so I've been putting on muscle and stuff. I'm able to lift like 15 pounds in one hand now. So I'm getting back up there now.
Yeah.
You know, so I've gone on like a religious excursion, and a lot of religious, beautiful things have happened to me. I went to the Lady of Guadalupe church, and the priests, two priests, prayed over me and did a holy oil blessings on my head and my hands. I went to the Little Flower Basilica today, and they opened up the shrine, and I got to pray and speak to her. And they, if you know anything about the Little Flower Basilica, they hardly ever open up that shrine. It's pretty much on lock and key 24/7, like every day.
That's a good
And it just so happened they're doing the novena. And I didn't know. I just walked into the church to go to mass, and some stuff happened yesterday, and I've been asking for God to open up my eyes to, basically kind of to remove stuff that's not for me and to keep the things that are for me. And I think that's what he's doing. He's slowly cleaning house, and I'm just keeping my boundaries and trying to put him first and putting him first in everything that I do and leaning on him. But thank you for sharing. And I'm just saying this is him, So
thank you, Kelly.
not a problem. Thank you. I appreciate your share. Thank you.
We love you, Kelly.
Look at Julian all snuggle buggle in his
Snug as a
bed.
bug.
Look at him.
I don't see it. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Y'all see
Oh,
Julian all
he
snuggle
looks
buggle?
cozy.
Look at him.
I like it.
We love you, Julian.
Kristen.
What's poppin', fam?
What's
Oh my-
poppin'?
Oh, shoot. Everything keeps moving. I'm on my phone today, so I'm like, oh no, where's it at? Just chilling. Long day today. I just want to say thanks. I really needed a meeting today, and so I hella appreciate your share. Just the hope that you bring is like super, it's like radiating off of you, so I hella appreciate it. And definitely, girl, like, listen, I feel you. Lonely, like, sometimes I just be sitting in my house, but then I'd be like, okay, God, thanks, I own a house now. Never in a million years would I ever thought that would happen. But yeah, man, I just want to say thanks for your share. It was great. I definitely, like I said, I needed it, because today's been it's been a day, and it's going to be a next week or two, just because I got a lot of shit going on. But it's totally chill, because like you said, like, you can feel one way, but like you're praying and you're like, God, like, just help me through each day, and like being able to just do one thing for me and like one thing for my sobriety every day has been like, I don't know, it's been super helpful for me. And so yeah, I'm just thankful to be here, guys, and I'm thankful to see all of you and all of y'all beautiful faces. And oh my gosh, look at Jesse's kid. I got really excited. Bro.
It's a God's gift.
But yeah, thanks, guys. Y'all the best.
Thanks,
Thank
Kristen.
you,
We love you,
Kristen.
Kristen.
I wanted to just recognize Amy
Mm-hmm.
on her 19 years of sobriety. And thank you, Matt, for pointing that out. Like, we got a crew up in here
Yeah.
that look out for each other,
Yeah.
really. And I think that's so dope. You guys are all
Congratulations.
awesome. 19 years,
Yeah.
man.
That's some time.
Yep.
That's some time.
And if you guys know anything about Amy and Chad, they show up to all of our events.
They're the sweetest ever.
the
Brought me-
best.
They brought
They brought
Big Nem some
Natalie.
flowers.
Big Nem?
Yeah.
She goes, her name's Big Nem now, guys.
It's been.
Big Nem.
Emily, please tell him we've said it before tonight. Oh my God.
Emily's like on
Don't
my
touch
side
me.
on this one. She's like, I don't know about that nickname.
I'm sure this group has heard it before.
What do you got? You
Whatever,
guys
I'm
go,
coining it. My
you know-
mom's like mortified at the moment right now.
You guys go ahead and put it in the chats on what you think about
Big
her-
Nem.
Big Nem.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fine. See, they love
Look at everybody's
The
giving
love
you
is-
love.
see?
I just
Yes.
I'm
See,
over
thank you,
this.
family.
I'm over this. They always do this to
Wait,
you.
but I wanted to know. What was
What's
the
up, Big Nem?
Oh gosh, Jesse.
Hell yeah,
Gosh.
Jesse.
Wait, Jesse. Before you start, what was the phrase you said? Sunshine be a vessel. What was do you remember what you said? I don't know. It was really good.
The sunlight of the spirit.
Sunlight of the spirit. I'm writing that down. I like that. Really a lot.
Sunlight
Sorry,
of the
Kega
spirit.
Jesse. Sorry, Big Nem had to ask a question.
No worries, Big Nem. Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
I'm an addict that identifies as an alcoholic.
That's right.
God, an amazing share. I relate to a lot of it. I relate to, man, I remember being young and being like, I don't want to be my dad. I don't want to be my dad. I don't want to be my dad. My dad was abusive to my mom, and he was a full-blown alcoholic. Like he was in love with alcohol up until the day he died. And I remember, yeah, I didn't want to become him. Didn't want to become him. So I became the next best thing, which isn't that great, and it's a drug addict. And I stayed away from alcohol. I mean, I say I stayed away from it, but I just like didn't drink like him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'm an addict. I'm an addict. And yeah, from the time I was really young, I think my first drink, and I say I was an addict, but my first drink was like at 8 years old. I snuck into my uncle's room and found a bottle of whiskey and just drank it. Like if I knew what I was doing. It's crazy for me to look back on that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I grew up and uh fully embraced the addict lifestyle. I was an addict before everything else in life. And then I built a life around my addiction, hiding it completely. Um, and I didn't really know what life was. I got a taste of it because I was hiding my addiction from everyone. Um, and I finally, what does Chad always say? The pain of remaining the same. Now, how do I say it?
Outweighs
Chad,
the
help me
fear.
out here.
When the pain of
Yeah,
remaining the same outweighs the fear of change, we change.
and
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened. Um, and I changed, and I asked for help, and I found my way into the rooms, and I stuck around. It wasn't perfect. I relapsed a few times, but I just kept coming back.
That's right.
And man, I wrote some stuff down because I'm forgetful. You said I give God my morning and he gives me my day. I absolutely love that. I have been making it a point to hit my knees and pray every single morning.
That's
I'm
right.
not perfect, right?
Right.
Once a week I'd probably miss, but I absolutely love that. That's gonna stick with me for a long time. Thank you for that.
Oh,
And
I heard it in the rooms, and that's what got me to make it a daily.
yes, I love that. And she's getting fussy and my time's up, so I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit different saying this time. There's no one right way to recover, but there is a wrong way, so keep doing what works. Thanks,
That's
guys.
right.
Nice.
And by
Thanks.
the
I
way,
like that.
this is Scarlett and she says hi.
Hi, Scarlett.
Scarlett.
Joel, that was a good one. Joel, that Big Nem,
Little M.
Little M. What's up, Little M? She's over here saying no. Well, I like
it too.
I like it a lot.
I don't know, Kelly. I don't know what you're talking about. Not Little Nem.
It's a
Little M.
it's Big Nem right here sitting next to me, and Little M over there running the
Yeah,
fucking
boy.
running the show. You need a microphone. Because I have no idea what she said. Allie.
Allie.
Hi guys, I'm in a car going to a meeting, but I had to jump on because it's hi.
Hi.
I love you.
I love you.
Every time I see you, you just light up the whole room,
Aw.
and you are just so amazing. I also love Dillard deeply. Like she was just one of a kind, and
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
I miss seeing her, but I just really appreciate your share. And I just wanted to say thank you. And you can reach out anytime. And I love you guys so much. Oh, okay, wait, really quick. I have to like kind of crosswalk. I hope it's okay. But Sylvia, I have been watching out for your son because he's in our house and he's doing very good. And we watched horror movies and stuff today. Nothing weird, but he's doing good. And I just had to tell you. Okay, I love you guys so much.
Love you, Ollie.
Love it.
Oh,
My homegirl.
there's Sylvia right there. I know her.
Mm-hmm. My girl.
What's up,
I
homegirl?
love that people are watching out for my son. I love it so much. That just shows that you know what? I had to send him to the perfect circle where I was.
I seen him at the
Sylvia,
workshop.
alcoholic. Sabrina, I fucking love you.
I fucking love you.
Sabrina is my trudging chola. She's my trudging chola in the whole group here. I love, the part where you were talking about how you were feeling weird in your house, and Diva had to tell you, that's peace and serenity. And it's crazy because, I know your story and, we know each other pretty well. I mean, you've been there with me since day one. And, it's those things that I felt like I didn't deserve it. Like, I've had so much shit go on in my life. Like, how the hell is all these good things happening when I'm not, it's just so weird. It's just like, but, I have to stop and know that, all of this has has big rewards to it. Just being sober is just the biggest gift for not only myself, but like for my family. And I think too much. Like my head thinks too much, and I always think about all the things that I don't deserve when I should be thinking about the things that I do deserve, because I've worked my ass off to get here. I really did. And and there's a lot of people that they share in these programs and stuff and talk about like all the things that they've got back. And I know Sabrina's one of the ones that shared the part where we didn't have shit to get back. We didn't have anything to get back. Now we do. Now we have everything. We have everything now. And coming from nothing to everything is God. That's God. Right. And Sabrina, I have to tell you, she's one of the ones that taught me that you don't have to be fucked up to have fun. Like I've had the most the most hilarious times with that girl right there. We've gotten some serious predicaments. I mean, we went to a Chola museum, remember? We went to a Chola museum with Chola art. It was hilarious. But it's people like her and people like everybody in this room. We need to have these trudging people that are with us to show us that life is not so bad, and life can be great in sobriety. We don't need any stimulants to have fun and shit like that. Like I'm comfortable in my own skin now. That's because of this program. This program saved my life. That's right. And yeah, that's it. And Allie, thank you so much for looking out for my baby. My son is 30 days today, and that is God right there. 30 days. I love it. So thank you guys. It's nice to see you, Sabrina. I fucking love you.
I fucking love you. I had said before, I feel like Alcoholics Anonymous is just a bunch of badass motherfuckers that got sober.
Yeah,
for sure.
The best. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to apologize to Diva though, because this whole time I've been calling her Diva. She doesn't think that. She doesn't think that's funny every time I say shit like that, though, huh?
It's because it's spelled.
It's spelled Diva. Yeah.
It is.
That was the first thing I asked her. I said, "Are you a diva?" She didn't think it was funny.
No, she's like, you're the 7,854th person to say that lame ass joke
today.
Yeah.
Kathy.
Kathy.
Oh my God. I love you guys. Kathy,
Kathy.
What an amazing share. And then right off the bat, I mean, the pass out thing or whatever, we used to call it head rushes. I think where you put your hands on the carotid anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, my siblings are considerably older. My brother's on here tonight. And our siblings passed it down to him, and then they passed it down to us. But it's a miracle we survived
Yeah.
childhood. Honestly, I mean,
Seriously.
God is real. God
Yeah.
is real. And
For
then
sure.
my dad, God rest his soul, when he'd come home from the bar and was too obliterated and nobody else was around but myself, and he was getting into the scotch instead of the beer, I asked to learn how to make his drink so that when he would run out, I'd make him another one so that he'd keep talking. I craved that
Yeah.
one-on-one time
Mhm.
with my dad, and he was just more emotional and more loving. And I mean, I always knew he loved us, but I mean, I just craved that. I mean, so I was trying to stuff that hole that I didn't know I had at such a young
Yeah.
age. What a powerful story, and
Oh,
already, I mean, 3 plus and setting such powerful boundaries that, I mean, wow. What an and thank you for all the service that you do.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know that I'll ever be that much into service, but I do know that I love it when I am of service, and
Mhm.
it helps me stay on track. The thing that's saving my ass right now is sponsorship, is having a sponsee. She's on here too. I love you, girl.
Mhm.
And sorry I'm emotional, but I'm not sorry, not sorry.
That's
You
right.
know, this Recover Out Loud family is so means so much to me, and just thank you for being vulnerable with your share, and thank you to the group. We're for showing up every week, and yeah, I volunteer for my potluck with my group next week. So but well, usually when I go to help set up, and usually when I go, I click on for a few minutes and try, and people will come around and be like, "Oh, what is that?" And I tell them what I'm doing, and then I have to get off because it gets so loud, and I don't want to be disrespectful to my group, but anyway, love to all, and thank you so much for being here and being part of my recovery.
Oh, thank you, Kathy.
we love you, Kathy.
Joe B.
Joe B. And then we end on Katie.
Yo, I raised my hand.
Yeah.
I didn't know I raised my hand. My
Oh.
bad. I'll say something, but
Do you
I didn't
want-
know
Oh,
I
we
raised
watched you brush your teeth.
Did you?
Joe always be doing something. He swims,
Are you?
drive-throughs,
Well, he stopped.
smokes.
No, he stopped smoking.
I
Oh,
quit smoking a week ago.
you did? How did I miss this?
You apparently
Wow.
aren't watching his stories.
I am. I take the polls.
It's
Do you
It's not
know that
something-
Natalie and I every once in, well, she probably does it more than I do, but do you look and see who votes on your polls, Joe? Or do you,
I don't. I can. I don't always.
well,
But
I be
can
voting.
see
I vote.
sometimes.
I
can
vote.
see- I mean, I have the access to it, but I don't always. It'll drive me crazy. It's like seeing if your crush.
I
is
need
looking
to
at
know,
your
Joe.
story.
I
can't do that.
when I put a poll up, I go and look to see who from my followers is.
The funny thing is, when I put a poll up, all the people that are like actually family or friends, they never vote.
It's never your friends.
I'm like,
It's
okay, so you
always
just
the
passed by the
strangers,
store.
yeah.
I know they
Cool.
just tap right by.
Yeah, I'm like,
Just
okay.
tap right
Out
by.
of all people, I would hope that you guys would vote.
I put a poll up and nobody from the Recover Out Loud meeting voted.
Well, I don't think I've seen your poll, Chad. Wait, let's rephrase that.
Do you want to?
Hold on.
I don't.
Gosh.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to react
Here we
right now.
go.
I'm feeling
I don't know how to
a little.
rephrase
It's 7 p.m.
I'm
It's
feeling
time to go.
a little bit uncomfortable because this is
My
being
parents are on
streamed
this.
live.
Again, I got to start making amends again. I can't. Let's just keep it on quizzes. I didn't see your quiz, Chad.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. That's definitely a clip, Jesse. Emily, can you go ahead and mark that? See if we can get that one out on.
Yeah, tune in
the-
for our meeting next week.
Yeah, next week's.
I
Next-
finally made
Are
it.
you
Mom.
tuning in or not?
This one might be viral.
That's probably the only way I'll ever get famous is by doing some inadvertent gay shit. Honestly, I don't know. I do. I'll give you an example. People like I'll have someone blow me a kiss and I'll catch it and like put it on my cheek. I don't know where that came from. I'm in a meeting and I'm waving at people like this. I don't know what's going on with me. It's been really fucking weird lately, but
That's okay. You know,
I guess, right? I
be
got to
yourself.
embrace it.
Yeah.
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 You're good.
I'm being myself. I'm being myself. Did I curse just now? I think I did, right?
Oh,
Sorry,
I
Mama Nem.
I don't
Mama
think- I
Penny.
don't think you did.
Sorry. I cussed all
I don't
kinds. I'm
know.
so
I'm so
sorry.
used to it.
She's used to it.
Yeah, sorry. But I guess I'll say something
Okay.
to the speaker. She
ahead.
was really good. I like how you said you give God your morning, right?
No.
I got to give God all day. If I don't talk to God all day, the devil talks to me,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I got to like distract myself. I'm a sick man. It sucks. I mean, it's cool that I found a way to treat my disease, but it really does suck if I don't treat it for a day or two. Who knows what's going to happen? You know, my thinking's all off, my behavior's all off. I start judging and criticizing people. There's no love.
Yes.
There's no compassion. It's scary. It's really scary,
It's all
you know?
facts.
So I get to do that. And at first I hated I had to do that. Now I'm okay with it. You know, I'm lucky I get to do that.
Yeah.
Look at all the things I've accomplished in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, just quit smoking alone. That was so hard. You know, that was so hard.
How are
It's
you
hard
doing
to-
that, Joe? How are you
I
doing
just-
that?
He's doing
I
it.
got zapped. I did the acupuncture thing, and it's all, you know, it removes the
Craving?
craving, the physical craving for 3 days. But the truth is, I applied the same principles, right? I didn't have, you know, one is too many. So just let me not touch it. And every time I'm thinking of it, like after every meal or coffee or anything, I just give it to God. Same thing. Same thing as when I'm trying to stay sober. It's the same exact principles.
Yep.
You know. But Nat, if you ever come to New York, I'll bring you to the guy because he's really 90% success rate.
Damn.
But you gotta want it.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
want
our
it,
second.
you know?
That's our second invitation
want
to New York today.
Today.
Come. I'm surprised you don't get more. Come to New York. New York is dope.
We do wanna come and
Come, I'll take you to dinner.
yeah.
There's a lot of good
Nice.
spots out here. I would love to host you guys for dinner for sure. Where was I? I was trying to be like spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Smoking and all that
Yeah,
good stuff. and
giving
you-
it
I
away. You're doing
quit all
good.
these things that I thought were gonna take me out. And I was able to do that one thing at a time when I was ready, day at a time, you know, and I got really lucky I found this place. Really lucky. There's people that don't know this place exists, you know, and I should not be alive. Not even close. You know, the only way I thought I would get sober is if they stopped making drugs and alcohol. There was no way I thought I could do this. I thought it would just have to disappear off the face of the earth, and then I'd probably start mixing bleach and water and drinking that. You know, I don't know how this happened, but it did. I don't ever want to give it up. No way am I looking to give this up. So I do it every day, you know, and it works. And that's it. Thanks, guys.
We love
Thanks,
you, Joe.
B.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Bring us on home, Katie.
Katie.
Hey guys,
Hi. Hi,
hey,
Katie.
how you doing? I'm Katie. I'm an addict.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
I've been reaching out to you guys a little bit. I want to thank you for always like hitting us back, and thank you for the laughs tonight, and thank you for your recovery and the power of example. I'm struggling. I was asking for some signs from God. I usually tend to get them when I ask for them, and I found a white key tag in my drawer. I was like randomly going through, so I put it on my keychain to like remind me. And then I found a 30-day key tag. It's like something to like look forward to, you know? And then all of a sudden, like my cat, sometimes my grandmother's or my cat's picture frame will fall. And I feel like that's them kind of like saying something to me. And my cat's picture had fallen. Finally, I ended up at the dog park today and I ran into my friend's ex-boyfriend who just got out of jail for 4 years. And he said that he's swearing off drugs, alcohol, women. He just wants to do his own thing and be healthy and go to the gym and that sort of thing. And so this afternoon, coincidentally, he had just like somebody dropped like 2 ounces of something over at his office, and he did it. And that's why he's like coming out of this. Like he was like, you know, I was fucked up for 2 weeks. And he goes, he happened to have had some left over and it was cheap. And I was like, no, I'm good. I was like, I think I'm having a moment where I actually felt like I could do this, where I could stay sober. Like I had gotten high this morning and I managed to put like 5 hours together in the afternoon. And then there was a point where I got bored at home. I was sitting there with my boyfriend and I felt like I was going to like jump out of my skin. Like that's how I was like, I'd smoked. Oh, and that's the other thing. He goes, if you do one substance, it might make you want to do another. So I did the pot this afternoon instead. So I substituted. And then all of a sudden I had the cravings and I went for it. I ordered more and I did it. And I'm just going to keep coming. I'm glad I caught the last 15 minutes of this meeting. Maybe I'll do a little Zoom later on. I'm going to go to a meeting tomorrow. Maybe that was just a glimpse of a chance of recovery. Oh, you know what else I realized? He was talking about fitness, which I used to work out all the time for like 23 years. Natalie, you're fit as fuck. Sorry for my cursing. Last thing I want to say is, at that moment, what I should have did was I should have went for a walk, or should have called a recovering addict, or I should have fucking put on YouTube and worked out, and that's what I'm going to do next time. So that's all. I had 12 years at one point. I just want to get, if I can get 2 days together, that would be a miracle.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Definitely keep
totally.
coming back.
I'm
Keep
glad
coming
that you're
back.
here, and I'm glad that you shared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're here every Tuesday.
Every
Come on in.
Tuesday. Yep. And it's that time, guys, where Natalie
Chat
says I
lies.
lie to you. It's not a lie. It's what I know to be true. And we are actually
Called delusion.
we actually are the only Zoom meeting in the entire universe that dances out. So if you've stayed here for this entire meeting, and it looks to me like 46 of you have stayed, you have and are witnessing the miracle of
That's right.
the Recover Out Loud dance out. So
Oh, Mama G got up.
everybody,
Getting up for this.
we need everybody to turn on their cameras. Don't be shy. Natalie, Eva
Oh,
Marie,
look at
your
my-
camera's not on.
Oh yeah,
I
my
noticed.
dad's already waving his hand. So
Okay, we're gonna wave them like we just don't care. That's what we're doing
My dad
right
is
now.
crazy.
You ready, Emily? Emily's got her finger on the button. Here we go, guys. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen.
Wasn't that fun,
Amen.
guys? Wasn't that fun?
Oh yeah, real fun. We love you guys.
Recording
Oh my God, that was such an amazing